Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you were waiting for this, because I was waiting for this. Anyways, I'm gonna be kicking the camera. I'm excited. Okay, I just want to tell you guys kind of what's been going on with me. If you read by the title, I am definitely, coming back to you guys and kind of telling you guys how my journey's been going so far on my walk with God. I am kind of not sure where these things are gonna go. It's very much sporadic for me and kind of, just letting you guys kind of know where I'm at. I'm definitely not like having any expectation. I'm being completely transparent. I've left up all my old videos, everything like that, because it's a walk and I want you guys to know that it doesn't come without temptation. It doesn't come without different things that come along. It's not, what's the word? It's not perfect. Let's see, easiest way to sum it up, girl. I'm always trying to look for a word, but yeah, and I just want to be consistent and let you guys really get on this journey with me. Like, that was my whole point of this. It's like, I didn't want to come to you guys when I'm fully healed and when I completely understand, how God's speaking to me, or I completely understand our relationship. Like, I want to come to you when I'm naive, when I don't really know what's happening, when I'm still experiencing, being under the Holy Ghost, when I'm still experiencing trying to navigate through my everyday relationships that I haven't, that there's some differences there because of my walk. Like, I want you guys to be a part of that and you guys can see, which is exactly where I'm going with this video. So let's hop right in. So January 20th was the last time that I went out with my girlfriends. I went to a party and I remember I wasn't drinking that night, and I was thinking like, yeah, I'm doing a good thing. I was dieting at the time, but that was neither here nor there. But I definitely couldn't be drinking while I was on this diet. And but at the same time I felt like good, because I was like, okay, well, I'm not drinking and I just gave my life to God. Like I told you guys, January 1st was when I gave my life to the Lord, and I went with all expectations, like I can navigate through this, I can make this work, it won't be a big thing, it's not going to be a big deal. And I went in and it was fine. I was having fun with my friends. I had a water. It was good. But again, like a lot of like, the party in me and being around my girlfriends, it's like I was still out here, dancing provocatively, doing whatever, like I'm Caribbean, so we dance, So anyways, but that was what we were doing in the club. And it's like, I wasn't thinking about it in the moment. I was just doing it. So anyways, eventually I wasn't drinking. So my friends were like, you're not drinking, da da da. And drink? I was like, no, I didn't drink. I'm sober. And like, well, do you want to smoke? And I ain't gonna sit here in front and lie to you and say that I didn't like take a couple draws of what they were smoking. And I ended up being like, okay, and this is the part of it where it's like, even though reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I basically want to say that you might have the best intentions. I thought I had this on lock. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go out with my friends, whatever. It's going to be fine. I only went out with them also too, because I've been kind of avoiding going out with my friends like that. But because it was a birthday, I was like, all right, I'm going to make the exception because it's a birthday. And I ended up going, and I still got I still got persuaded into ending up smoking. And I didn't plan or intend to or anything like that, but the vibes were good, and sometimes that'll get you, sometimes the vibe will get you. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I didn't take a lot. I probably took like 2 draws, but like that's neither here nor there. It happened, right? So anyways, outside of that, now we're leaving the club. When we're leaving the club, I get outside and I'm trying to get food, and this person just comes out of nowhere and like grabs my butt. And I'm like, like, what? And I turned around and I like pushed him, like, yo, what gives you the right? Like, who do you think you are? Like, and I'm wilding in the street. I'm like, who do you think you are? Da, 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 da. Like, just like talking. And it's like, now I'm making myself look like a spectacle. So now, and not even looking like a spectacle, but now it's also, you're aggravating me and you're angering me. And this is, again, a part of me putting myself in this surrounding. So now I've run into peer pressure. I've run into, you know, subjecting myself to listening to certain types of music and dancing provocatively. Now I'm being assaulted without any permission, and I'm reacting, and now I'm being negative, and I'm giving this, you know, energy that doesn't necessarily live in me, but in this environment, it is what is coming out of me. So anyways, after that, I end up going in the line, and then another person does the same thing. So I'm like, so then at this point, I'm like, yo, I'm gone. Like, I'm literally was like to my friends, like, I'm leaving, I'm out, bye. Get to my car, I have a ticket on my car. I was so vexed. By the end of that night, I was like, okay, you know what? That's it. So like, after that, I basically said, I'm not gonna be going anywhere like this no more, because it just wasn't worth it to me. And it honestly just made me feel lukewarm. Like, I felt like, okay, yeah, like I'm sitting here and I'm feeling so on fire and I'm feeling so good, and then now I'm coming back from this and I just feel like whatever. Like, I just kind of had mixed emotions and mixed feelings after the whole thing. And that was essentially pretty much the last time I'd gone out. I know you guys saw that video. That was dinner. And I didn't, like, I've never sat there and said that I'm never going to drink as a Christian. I've read my Bible, and I know that drinking's not wrong as long as you do not drink to the point of inebriation, which I do not. So, yeah. And again, like, my channel is judgment free. And like I said, this is a journey for me. One more thing I quickly wanted to touch on, because it just came up, and I'm still struggling to kind of get into the swing and kind of the processes of making these videos and on a consistent basis. It's definitely one of my like New Year's resolution goal type things, especially because I feel like, you know, I want to sit there and say, like, I know God communicates to us through dreams, and I do think that, you know, because of the relationship that we're forming, I think that things that I might have overlooked and thought that they were just dreams might not necessarily just. This was back on November 8th, 2022. I had a dream about, you know, people who do bad things and enter different countries and do things to people in that country and that name for them. Those types of people. I was on a train, and they were saying that at the next station, these people were trying to overtake the train and were harming people. I saw, you know, a friend actually of mine and my sisters, and we greeted each other. Moments later, there was an announcement that there was an attack happening at the next station. The conductor started praying over the speaker. I felt somewhat relieved since it wasn't our stop, so I assumed we'd be okay. Again, this was back on November 8th, 2022. The person immediately got under the chairs to hide. I saw a couple of other people do so as well. She told me to get down. I got down and I hid. We were looking at each other from opposite sides of the train. I realized anyone looking from above could still see her because of the way that they would enter the train, right? I told her, come to my side. She got up. As soon as she did, a couple of guys came over to the train with pews, and one got her instantly. I went into shock, but I looked down towards my feet and saw people running and screaming and running. I didn't even think. I jumped up and ran off the train. I started to run down multiple flights of stairs at a time. I tried to jump off the platform to the tracks and hide. I saw law enforcement, but they were being pew-pewed at. Eventually, we reached a level where there was nowhere to run. It must have been ground level because there was cops and the other people everywhere. The cops were across from them like they were about to go to WAR. There was a couple of army guys next to me. We noticed everywhere you looked that the bad guys were pouring something down that smelled like gasoline. They started to run over to the tracks. I followed them and I asked them, why were we hiding? They said that once the starts, the place will explode. The fight with the cops started and we ended up sprinting to the top of what I realized was a boat. So it wasn't a train, it was a boat. there was a flight deck. I looked down at the water and saw the army guys, but I was still on the boat. Moments later, the boat exploded and I woke up. So I don't know if you guys know, but on February 3rd, there was a train crash, and there was a lot of toxic fumes that were released into the air, or released, like they just kind of fell. Anyways, I think that they leaked into the Ohio River. You guys have to look this story up. I only read it briefly. Actually, my sister came to me because I told her about this dream back in November, and she came to me and she's like, you literally had a premonition. And or I guess you call it a premonition. Listen, it's the Holy Ghost. Nothing of this belongs to me. Like, I definitely just feel like because these dreams are random. I write them down. I have no idea what they mean, and that's it. But I haven't really shared them, and I'm like a bit nervous because I don't want to sound crazy. But like I said, I'm encouraging myself through God, and I feel like this is, something that I need to be doing and something that I need to be sharing. Anyways, there was a train crash. A lot of toxic fumes were everywhere. Toxic waste, not fumes. Toxic waste was everywhere, and they burnt it. And a lot of people had to be removed from the area. And they were saying that it was like basically that lake, that Ohio River or something, leads like into our lakes as well in Ontario. But I just thought that it was such a coincidence. And actually there was about 4 train crashes. And at the time, I think I went out with my girlfriend about maybe a month ago. So this was even prior to this. And she was telling me that she had a dream as well, but she was on like a sky train, and her sky train like came off the tracks and started going down and towards the water. And she was like, I ain't trying to die. So she opened up her eyes and she's like, I woke up. But this is just, like when you're of God's children, I feel like, things do get revealed to you, and sometimes you don't understand them. And I definitely think just to write them down, because you never know where your journey is going to go. You don't even necessarily know, how God communicates. Like for me, it's a whole thing where it's like I don't necessarily know even how God communicates. So now I'm bringing my dreams back to God, like, and asking specifically, like, what is it about this? What am I supposed to be taking from this? Like, what are you trying to say to me? Also, I guess another update is that I am in the process of my baptism. So we had our first meet last Sunday, which was really good. Really cool. I met, some of the other, you call them candidates, baptismal candidates. Listen, I call us, I called myself God's refugee. I feel like, I took refuge in God, and he sheltered me, and, I am definitely his child. But when I had nothing, he was there. So I literally all the time, when I am sad or upset, I just literally say, I'm taking refuge in you, God. Literally, I might not understand. I'm taking refuge in you, God. Literally. So anyways, I'm still figuring this all out, and, journeys never end. And again, the peace of mind that I have, the energy I have, the light that I feel just flows out of me. You know what I mean? I just feel different. I don't even judge myself. I just and again, it's not to say anything, but I used to any woman, any man, have my own insecurities and stuff. It's I don't try to stay here and act like I don't stink, but I'm just trying to, I'm just happy. I'm just happy, and I'm proud of who I am, and proud of my relationship with God, and proud of how far I came. I never used to even, that's been a lot. I've never used to reward myself for accomplishments, but at the same time, it's I'm not even rewarding myself. It's more I'm just thanking God for where I'm at, because where I could have been would have been a lot worse than this, for sure. And again, it's just pulling you out. It just never stops. God's work never stopped in my life, ever. Never, not once. He came for me. And again, I had this before I even gave my life to God. I had this dream. This was November 2022, and I gave my life to God on January 1st. That's why he was planting seeds the whole time in me, and in any case, I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys and kind of showing you guys where I was at and kind of what's going on with me, and just letting you guys know again that you're not alone. That's just my trend on this channel. Like, we are on this journey together. Let's do it together. It's nothing to be scared of. Just start praying. Just start praying. Like, literally, it'll just come so naturally. Like, I even laughed at myself the other day because I told my sister, ask God, I was like, how are you? Like, in the middle of my prayer, I'm like, how are you? I'm like, I hope your day is going okay. And I'm like, I'm so sorry for, you know, the way that this world is going on and carrying on, because, you know, I know it makes you sad. And I kind of laughed at myself. I'm like, why am I asking you this? I'm like, God, you got demons to fight. You got prayers to answer. You got people to fend for. And I'm sitting here asking you, how's your day? Like you ain't got better stuff to do. My sister's like, no, like, I ask God all the time, like, how's your day? Like, and then I just realized, like, this is because I'm growing a friendship. Like, I'm literally growing a friendship and a relationship that I've never had before. And so it's just becoming more natural in the things that I do, versus before I used to come and be a lot more like, you know, our daily bread, our, like, it was just very, like, it just felt very surface. There was nothing to it. My prayers never got, like, deep, dark, you know. I would come and I'd be more emotional, versus now I'm coming because I just want to know, you know, I just want to know him. And I'm like, it's not like I don't really know how to word this, but again, it's all a process. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in and coming along for this journey. I thank you guys so much, and for your patience and your kindness, and, you know, for not judging me, because I'm definitely not judging you, and I definitely want to continue to grow with you guys expeditiously. Anyways, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.